Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of philosophy. We'll explore some of the biggest philosophical ideas that have shaped human thought for centuries. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get started. Philosophy is all about asking the big questions. What is reality? What is knowledge? What is the right thing to do? These questions have puzzled humanity since ancient times. Today, we'll look at some of the most influential philosophical ideas and how they continue to impact our lives. Let's start with Socrates and his famous method of inquiry, the Socratic method. Socrates believed in asking probing questions to stimulate critical thinking and to eliminate ideas. His method involves asking a series of questions to help a person or group discover their beliefs about some topic, exploring the underlying principles and assumptions. For example, instead of just accepting a definition of justice, Socrates would ask, "What is justice?" and keep digging deeper into the answer. This method is still used today in education and law to develop a deeper understanding of complex issues. Moving on to Plato, a student of Socrates, who introduced the theory of forms. Plato believed that physical world is not the real world. The real world exists beyond our physical world. He argued that what we see and touch are just shadows of the true forms, which are perfect and unchanging. In his famous allegory of the cave, Plato describes prisoners who have only seen shadows on a wall and believe them to be the only reality. When one prisoner escapes and sees the outside world, he realizes the shadows are just imperfect copies of real objects. This allegory illustrates how we might be limited by our perceptions and encourages us to seek deeper truths. Next, we have Aristotle, Plato's student, who took a more practical approach to philosophy. Aristotle's virtue ethics focuses on the characters of a person rather than their actions alone. He believed that living a good life means developing virtues like courage, temperance, and wisdom, and practicing them until they become habits. For Aristotle, the ultimate goal of human life is eudaimonia, often translated as happiness or flourishing. He argued that by cultivating virtues, individuals can achieve a fulfilling and meaningful life. Jumping forward to the 17th century, we have René Descartes, a French philosopher famous for the phrase cogito ergo sum, or I think, therefore I am. Descartes embarked on a journey of doubt, questioning everything he believed to find something that could not be doubted. He realized that while he could doubt everything, he couldn't doubt that he was doubting. Thus, the act of thinking proved his own existence. This idea laid the foundation for modern philosophy and the emphasis on reason and individual consciousness. Immanuel Kant, an 18th century philosopher, introduced the concept of the categorical imperative, a cornerstone of his moral philosophy. Kant believed that moral actions are those performed out of duty and should be guided by universal principles. The categorical imperative can be summarized as: act only according to that maxim whereby you can. At the same time, will that it should become a universal law. Essentially, before acting, one should consider if the action could be universally applied without contradiction. Friedrich Nietzsche, a 19th century German philosopher, challenged traditional moral values with his concept of the will to power. Nietzsche argued that life is driven by an underlying will to grow, assert, and dominate. He saw this will as the foundational force behind human actions and creativity. Nietzsche believed that embracing this will to power could lead to the development of the Übermensch, or overman, an individual who creates their own values and meaning in life, rising above the constraints of conventional morality. In the 20th century, Existentialism emerged as a powerful philosophical movement, with Jean-Paul Sartre being one of its most prominent figures. Sartre's famous quote, "Existence precedes essence," encapsulates the idea that humans are not born with a predetermined purpose. Instead, we create our own essence through our actions and choices. Existentialism emphasizes personal freedom, responsibility, and the anxiety that comes with making choices. Sartre argued that we are condemned to be free, meaning we must take full responsibility for our lives and the choices we make. And there you have it, some of the biggest philosophical ideas that have shaped human thought. From the Socratic method to existentialism, these concepts continue to influence how we understand ourselves and the world around us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics. Leave a comment below with your favorite philosophical idea or any questions you might have. Thanks for watching and see you next time.